Hey Sagittarius, what is going on? Happy July. Welcome to your July 2020 reading. And I just want to go ahead and get right into it, Sagittarius. There's a lot going on for you. I was feeling a really good positive energy and vibe. I shuffled your cards. I saw some things that kind of made me sad, but at the same time, I feel like this is where you're coming from, but you're about to step into something much better. So I'm hoping for a positive reading, but let me go ahead and talk about the cards that came up in your pre-shuffle. In the pre-shuffle, there was the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords represents pain, heartbreak, hurt, all of that. You know the story with the Three of Swords. It's this card that a lot of people do not like to see in their readings, okay? Moving forward, some more cards that came up for you guys was the Six of Cups upright, the Ten of Pentacles, the Lover's card. And I feel like for some of you guys, there was something that happened in the past where there was a lot of stability, there was perhaps a soulmate connection, and what ended up happening is that things didn't necessarily go the way that you had anticipated that they would go. The Chariot card and the King of Wands is in reverse, which means to me that, you couldn't move forward because whatever situation happened, the heartbreak, whatever took place, it caused you to not be yourself. You couldn't stand in your power. It's almost like it disempowered you and it made you feel fearful. You were wounded, you were afraid to move forward, okay? And I feel like that person has come in and tried to apologize because this is definitely a soulmate connection. I'm seeing the Two of Cups there as well. And I feel like you know that you had a lot of love for that person had a lot of love for you, but something just happened that caused the situation to not pan out the way that either of you expected. So that can definitely be very frustrating, and I'm just hoping that going forward, it'll be better. It'll get better because every heartache is a lesson, right? So let's go ahead and get into your reading and see what comes up for you. Bottom of the deck, Sagittarius, you are at home right now. You are at home with the Temperance card being here. This is your card, Sagittarius. And with the Temperance card showing up, it represents a balance. I always feel like spiritual alchemy, right? A balance of your heart, your mind, your emotions, like everything is just balanced, right? So I feel like right now you are trying to find a balance. I feel like you're trying to take control of the situation. I feel like everything happened really quickly with the breakdown of whatever happened to affect the relationship or the situation that you had going on. It happened very, very quickly. And it's almost like you've had this time to go through the hurt, to go through the pain. And right now I feel like the lunar eclipse energy shifted things so crazily. It's unbelievable. So with that being said, I feel like moving forward that it's going to shift very rapidly for you to take control and to step back into your power because you know what you want and you are not afraid to speak on it and to claim it and to step into it, which is so beautiful. So let's go ahead and see what's coming up. So first card out for you, Sagittarius, is the Ace of Pentacles. And we love seeing the Ace of Pentacles because the Ace of Pentacles talks about new beginnings. It talks about stability, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Princess of Cups. So with the Princess of Cups being here, this basically represents, that apology again. It's like the Page of Cups. So these two cards are pretty much the exact same cards, right? And this one, like I said, showed up in your pre-shuffle. So now, Moving on, with the Princess of Cups being here, I feel like this apology sparked something new for you guys. It sparked an opportunity for a brand new beginning and a lot of stability. And I feel like you were in your mind about a lot of this, but everything is starting to come full circle for you, and you're starting to see things a lot clearer. Your cards are just jumping. Okay, I was going to say this before, but I feel like for a lot of you guys, there is a water sign involved. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And the Queen of Cups is basically someone who is very loving, someone who is very nurturing, someone who gives a lot of themselves. Okay, so with the Queen of Cups energy being there, I do feel like, you know, whoever this is someone that is very, very loving and someone that loves you very much, but also someone that you love as well. Okay. Then we have the Tower card. With the Tower card being here, it just shows that something happened. There was something that was unexpected that threw you off balance, possibly threw the other person off of balance. And it was something that was not easy at all. It was a very difficult situation to deal with. And it was something that was divinely timed. It was something that had to happen. And a lot of times the difficult things in our life have to happen. It's like the universe, God, the divine spirit is breaking things down to create a more solid foundation for us. So that is something I definitely want you to keep in mind. But I feel like that situation made you very, very defensive. And in becoming defensive, it's almost like you started to question what you had. You started to question the stability and the security that you had created with this person. And that put a rift in between your relationship. And, you know, for some of you guys, this led to a breakup. It led to a separation. Okay. Next card out for you. So there's two cards that came out. First card out is the Two of Cups. Again, this is another card that came out in your pre-shuffle that is coming up again. The Two of Cups. And with the Two of Cups being here, this is basically, see, the same card was in the Rider-Waite when I did the pre-shuffle for you guys. And what I'm showing is that this is a beautiful love connection. Okay, it is something beautiful. You guys know that you have something there that is powerful, that is passionate, that can withstand the test of time. The other card that came out for you is the Four. Sorry, I'm trying to keep all the cards in the frame. Is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords talks about taking a rest. And I feel like in this situation, Sagittarius, you had to take a break. You had to take a rest. I feel like too much was going on in your mind. You were just in your mind about the situation and how things went and how things went wrong and how things could have been better. And what if you had done this? And what if that person had done this? So I feel like you're in your head a lot, and you finally got an opportunity to take a break. Okay. And with the Princess of Pentacles showing up, this is just like the Page of Pentacles, where it talks about a small offer coming in, you know, a small opportunity. It's like in taking a rest, you're giving yourself time to reconsider what is still possible, right? And, you know, I feel like it's going to help you to see things a little bit differently. And I feel like you're going to test the waters a little bit. And I'm saying that because I'm seeing the Prince of Wands. And the Prince of Wands usually has an energy of in and out. An energy, usually I call it like the Playboy card. But I'm not getting a Playboy vibe. What I'm getting, it's like you're testing the waters. It's like you just want to test. You just want to like go in, see what the mood is, see how the mood is, you know, kind of survey the situation and take a step back. So I just feel like you're kind of really playing it safe, because you know what you want and you're very afraid of being left out in the cold. You see someone as the Empress. You see someone as the person that you want to have in your life. And you see a victory with that. You see that there's so many possibilities that are available with this person, but at the same time, you're afraid of getting left out in the cold. You're afraid that there's not going to be balance. You're afraid that there's a lot of things that are going to be happening behind your back that you don't know about. So you want to play it safe. So right now you're just trying to disconnect. And it goes back to the Temperance card that came out at the beginning of the reading. You're trying to remain balanced because you don't want to put too much of your heart and your emotion into it and get hurt, but you don't want to not put enough in and mess everything up. So you're just trying to play it safe. That's all that is, because you're afraid of getting hurt. Three of Swords popping up again. You're afraid of getting hurt, which makes sense, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify these cards for you, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. I feel like in the past, you guys were crying over spilt milk. I think a lot of things happened and you weren't necessarily happy with the outcome. You weren't necessarily happy with how things took place. And instead of focusing on all that was still going right, you were so focused on what you lost, the situation, how things fell apart, and you were upset about it. I don't think you wanted to be single at that time. I don't think the other person necessarily wanted to be single at that time either. And I think you're really frustrated about how long it took to build with this person. Because for some of you, this is something that you've been working on and building for such a long time. Like you've been trying to secure the bag, you know, make everything secure and happy and fruitful for not just you, but the other person involved as well. And it's like you put in all this work for them to, listen, I felt that. I felt that, Sagittarius. I felt that. For some of you guys really put in a lot of time, effort, and energy to create something stable for somebody who literally like blindfolded you, who literally just wanted to take everything. Like, I'm just hearing Kanye, prenup, we want prenup. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys are feeling like you got bamboozled. Like this person really took advantage of you, Sagittarius. This person really pulled the wool from over your eyes. Like they really like just pulled the carpet from up underneath you. Like this person came into your life and they snatched the stability that you were building, not just for them, but for yourself, for your family, your legacy, your heritage. And they made off to be, you know, the Nine of Pentacles energy, single in the garden, looking good, feeling good, off of the hard work and the labor that you invested. I get why there would be that Three of Swords popping up, because that's hurtful, that is painful, and I feel for you, Sagittarius. But you are focused on the wrong things. Like, even though that is so painful. And the thing is don't even feel like it was the wrong thing to do, because that's natural. As human beings, we're going to focus on what's bothering us, the hurt, all of that. It makes perfect sense. But at the same time, you guys were so focused on the hurt, so focused on the pain, that you didn't realize all the things that were still going well for you, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and clarify these cards. Okay. So clarifying the Ace of Pentacles is the Queen of Wands. And I feel like this is your energy. I feel like you're very hopeful, optimistic. You saw something that you wanted. You're passionate about it. You're like, I'm going to look about this. You know, you were just like ready to embrace it. And you did with the Knight of Swords. You went full force after something that you were wanting. And I feel like it brought a burden to you. And you had to be very defensive about it, because it didn't turn out to be what you thought it would have been. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify this Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is clarified by the Empress in reverse. So it's like whoever this person is, they came in and they're supposed to be your counterpart. But it's like they were in a toxic situation. Like they themselves were not showing up in the way that they should. Like you were seeing their potential, but they were not living up to their potential, Sagittarius. Bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. That's that soulmate energy. And I swear you guys might be dealing with a Pisces, with a Hanged Man card here. For a lot of you guys are definitely dealing with a water sign, because there is a lot of water energy going through, or perhaps you have a lot of water in your card, in your chart, sorry. Well, the King of Cups being here, it's like because they weren't who they were meant to be, because they were not living up to their potential, it caused a break in your relationships. It caused an unbalance. It caused your relationship it like prevented your relationship from moving forward. So all the passion that was there, the commitment that could have been created, it's like it put a huge rift between what was possible for the situation. A whole deck of cards just popped out for the Two of Pentacles, but I'm not taking the whole deck. All right. Two of Cups clarified by the Four of Pentacles. Someone is trying to hold on to this connection, Sagittarius. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's the other person. But for some of you guys, you want to celebrate. You see what's possible. You know that you guys can have something amazing with the Three of Cups here. But for for some of you, another group of you, what I'm seeing is that some of you guys are willing to settle, like almost like you guys feel like you would want everything to go back to the way that things would be, regardless of the third party situation. And I want to make clear that third party situation doesn't necessarily mean that someone is cheating, that it's another person involved. Third party situation could just mean that there is a job, a child, a parent, a friend, somebody else's energy all up and in through the energy that you have with your person that is causing a rift in your situation. So for some people, it's friends. Like I'm feeling a heavy vibe that for someone, this is a male and your female, your girl, your wifey, you know, however you refer to her, was swayed by her friends due to the beliefs that her friends had and the way her friends calculate things. What I'm seeing is that it's sad, but for some people, her friends are single. They're not even in a relationship, and they are so envious of the relationship that you and her have. They don't even recognize that they are doing more harm than good, and she doesn't even recognize that because she feels like these are her homegirls and they're never going to lead her astray. But for one particular person, that's the message that I'm hearing, that your significant other allowed her friends to ruin a relationship that was rock solid because she didn't know better. Okay? Ignorance. And I feel like for you, you're just trying to figure out a balance right now, because either you or her, someone is still holding on to the situation because the decisions that were made, the things that were done, were not decided based on true feelings, true internal beliefs. It was done based on how other people would react, how other people would view the situation. Okay? So I feel like you're just trying to find some balance right now, Sagittarius, and that makes complete sense. Let's go ahead and clarify the last card here, the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like you're just taking some time for yourself to work on you, to wait for the harvest. I feel like you're going to do what you can do. You're going to keep your ears and eyes open, and you're just not going to invest too much into it because you feel like you've already invested enough and you're just waiting to see what happens. Okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card, and I feel like you guys, again, are just trying to find some balance. You're tired of not knowing what's going on. You're tired of this person telling lies on you, just like literally saying all manner of evil things against you. And you are believing and you're trusting that everything is always working out in your favor because you know the heartache that you had to face. There was a lot of toxic stuff that was happening. You felt left out in the cold and it wasn't fair. And right now you're just looking for balance. So let's go ahead and pull 3 cards from the Earth Magic Oracle deck and see what words of wisdom come up for you, Sagittarius. If I can shuffle the cards, because they just seem to be slipping and sliding in my hands. First card out for you, childhood, innocence. What was I saying? For some of you guys, it's someone that you've known for a long time. Someone that you know from your childhood. You guys have had this connection for a long time. The next card out is love, compassion. And the last card out for you is a waterfall, effortless. And I feel like this pretty much sums up what I just said. Like I was saying, for some of you guys, this is someone that you've known your whole life, someone that you've known since you were a child. And I feel like because of that, you know who this person truly is. I feel like you guys, when you were younger, you guys really opened up to each other on a different level. But people change, and life changes people, and hurts and trauma and all of that impacts how people become in their life. And I feel for you that this is someone that you were really taken off guard when they switched up on you, and you didn't know what to do about it because you're like, this isn't you. And you try to make them see that that wasn't them. But at the same time, it was like you couldn't even get them to see themselves. It's like their mirror had become so foggy, they couldn't even see their own image. They couldn't even understand who they were anymore. Okay, so I'm showing here love, compassion, and I know it's hard, but I know you still love this person, and just know that this person still loves you. So all I can recommend to you guys is to love them the best that you can with the circumstances. And I'm not saying to forgive them, to take them back, whatever, none of that. What I'm saying is to still offer that love and that compassion, because you guys have been coming from a long place, and you guys know who they are truly. And you may be one of the only people in the world that actually really know them and understand them as a person. So truly try to love them as best as you can, even if that's from a distance, even if that's only in a friendship capacity, okay? Because they actually need you more than they will ever let you know, okay? And the last part is basically what I was saying when it comes to this Four of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles energy, is that, and with the Knight of Wands, like I was saying, that rushing in and out is where you're just kind of testing the waters, right? You're not forcing anything right now. You're just waiting and you're watching, and you're just letting things flow, just like the waterfall, effortlessly, how it just knows its rhythm. No one forces the water to go down the stones and all of that at the waterfall. It does it by itself. And I feel like you're just in a place right now where you're just allowing things to flow, and you're allowing things to be effortless, and you're not putting too much effort, too much time, too much energy into it. You're just letting whatever will be, which is a very great way to approach the situation, especially with all the heartbreak that you have endured. So I'm sending you so much love, Sagittarius. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to know what's going on. Go ahead, drop it in the comments. I read all the comments. Also, if it resonated with you, definitely go ahead, because I can speak English during Mercury retrograde. Go ahead and click that like button and share this with the Sagittarius. If there's any Sagittarius that you know that need this message, go ahead, share this message with them. Offer them some love and support, because it looks like they've been going through a rough time. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I post more videos. I appreciate you guys so much. Before I posted this video, I noticed that we're like 2 subscribers away from 3,000, which is absolutely amazing. I appreciate you guys all so much, and I'm wishing you guys a fantastic July. Talk soon.